Right Honorable Prime Minister and Leader of Government Business.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, I move a motion for resolution of Parliament to vary the total number of Cabinet Ministers and other ministers under Article 113(2) and 114(3) of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker and Members, whereas Article 111 of the Constitution provides that the Cabinet shall consist of the President, the Vice President, the Prime Minister, and such number of ministers as may appear to the President to be reasonably necessary for the efficient running of the state. Recognizing that under Article 111(2) of the Constitution, Cabinet is mandated to determine, formulate, and implement the policy of government and to perform such other functions conferred by the Constitution or any other law. Right Honorable Speaker and Members, aware that under Article 113(1) and 114(1), Cabinet Ministers and other ministers are appointed by the President with the approval of Parliament. Noting that Article 113(2) of the Constitution provides that the total number of Cabinet Ministers shall not exceed 21, except with the approval of Parliament. Further noting that Article 114(3) of the Constitution provides that the total number of other ministers shall not exceed 21, except with the approval of Parliament. Realizing that the efficient running of the state, His Excellency the President has determined that there is need to increase the total number of Cabinet Ministers from 21 to 30, and the total number of other ministers from 21 to 51. Now, therefore, be it resolved by this Parliament that the total number of Cabinet Ministers provided for under Article 113(2) be increased from 21 to 30, and the total number of other ministers provided for under Article 114(3) be increased from 21 to 51. That Honorable Speaker and Members, I beg to move.
Is the motion seconded? Seconded by Honorable Nifa, Honorable Bigava, Honorable Sentai, Honorable Fadil, Honorable Siagi, Honorable Angura, Honorable Mubende District, Honorable Amos Lugorobi, and I see this way the whole House. Honorable Logose Obuteleja, Honorable Rex, Honorable Sanjay Siam, the whole House, except a few of my neighbors here. Can you speak to your motion? Or except Honorable Namboze, Honorable Senyonyi, and the Honorable Kalawanga David, the Honorable
Right Honorable
Kasanda, yes.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, this is my justification. The Constitution of the Republic of Uganda under Articles 113 and 114 empowers the President with the approval of Parliament to determine and vary the number of Cabinet Ministers and other ministers. This flexibility was deliberately embedded to ensure that the executive remains responsive to the evolving needs of our nation. Right Honorable Speaker, let me talk about the constitutional basis. Article 111 mandates that the President shall determine the number of ministers reasonably necessary for the efficient running of the state. Article 113(2) and 114(3) Cabinet and other ministers at 21 unless Parliament approves a variation. Parliament has historically varied the number of ministers in every session since the 6th Parliament, establishing precedent and continuity. Right Honorable Speaker, let me talk about the population and administrative growth. Uganda's population has grown from 20 million in 1995 to 45.9, approximately 46 in 2024 census. The districts have expanded from 39 to 146, creating new governance demands. As per a per capita increase in ministerial portfolios is necessary to match service delivery needs and ensure equitable representation. That Honorable Speaker and honorable members, let me talk about change in government priorities and the new programs. Government priorities have evolved to address poverty eradication, wealth creation, and inclusive growth. Flagship programs such as the Parish Development Model, PDM, the Emyoga Initiative, and climate resilience strategies require dedicated ministerial oversight to ensure effective implementation. Specialized portfolios are needed to coordinate cross-cutting programs, monitor government performance, and guarantee accountability at grassroots level. Right Honorable Speaker and members, under service delivery and efficiency, more ministers allow specialization, clear mandates, and stronger oversight. We have expanded leadership has coincided with improved indicators, poverty reduction, increased life expectancy, and reduced mortality. Dedicated portfolios for emerging priorities, digital transformation, climate resilience, regional integration, and the special interest groups such as the elderly ensure tailored policy responses. Right Honorable Speaker and members, this motion is not about numbers alone. It is about efficiency, accountability, inclusivity, and alignment with Vision 2040 and the National Development Plan 4, as you all are aware. While concerns about cost and duplication have been raised, Uganda's governance demands are unique, and the Constitution provides for this adaptive approach. Now, therefore, I move that this Parliament approves the variation in the number of cabinet ministers and other ministers in accordance with Articles 113 and 114 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, so that government may effectively meet the socio-economic aspiration of our people. Right Honorable Speaker and members, I beg to move.
Thank you. Do we have seconder? Honorable Kafuzi. That is in anticipation. Is a member of parliament for Chaka South County, Chegegwa District. Honorable Kafuzi.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Permit me to congratulate you upon assuming your role as Speaker of this House. Permit me to take this opportunity to congratulate Her Excellency, the Vice President, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Members of Parliament for making it to this House. Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, this is the justification for the motion for variation. The Constitution of the Republic of Uganda provides clear guidance on the composition of cabinet. Like the Right Honorable Prime Minister has said, Article 111 establishes that the cabinet shall be composed of the President, the Vice President, the Prime Minister, and such other ministers as may appear to the President to be reasonably necessary for the efficient running of the state. Article 113, Clause 2, and 114, Clause 3, set a baseline of 21 cabinet ministers and 21 other ministers, commonly known as ministers, but explicitly allows Parliament to approve any variation beyond those numbers. This means that the framers of the Constitution anticipated evolving governance needs and deliberately vested Parliament with the authority to approve the adjustments. The legal principle of variation. The operative words are reasonably necessary and with the approval of Parliament. This establishes a dual safeguard. The President proposes based on governance needs, and Parliament exercises oversight to ensure the variation is justified. Each Parliament must approve anew. Past approvals lapse with the end of Parliament. This ensures accountability and prevents automatic inflation of cabinet numbers. Practice and precedent. Since the 6th Parliament, variations have been approved to reflect Uganda's growing administrative and policy demands. The 12th Parliament now considers a fresh variation consistent with constitutional practice and precedent. This is not a departure from the law, but its faithful application. Parliament exercising its constitutional mandate to balance the executive flexibility with accountability. Legal justification for current variation. Uganda's governance challenges decentralization, new flagship programs, and specialized policy areas fall squarely within the meaning of reasonably necessary. Approving this variation affirms Parliament's role as the constitutional check to ensure that cabinet size is not arbitrarily but legally sanctioned. Honorable members, the principle is clear. cabinet numbers are not fixed. They are varied by law through Parliament to meet evolving national needs. As you all know, we've gone through an election where a new mandate has been given to the head of state and all of you. The head of state traversed the country explaining a manifesto which Ugandans have approved. So he needs a team that will work to effect that manifesto. And it is our mandate as members of Parliament to approve the variation. Therefore, I second this motion that Parliament approves the variation in the numbers of cabinet ministers and other ministers in accordance with Article 113 and 114 of the Constitution to effectively, so that government can effectively meet its socio-economic operations. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Honorable Patrick Oshabe, what's the procedure issue?
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, for allowing me to raise this procedural matter. Right Honourable Speaker, I was in the 11th Parliament. I was in the 10th Parliament. But in the 11th Parliament, Right Honourable Speaker, the Prime Minister came here and convinced the House about a government program on rationalization, and we went through a rigorous process of rationalizing so many agencies. And the Prime Minister convinced the country that it is the right way to go, that the Cabinet agreed and the President agreed that they needed to cut down on expenditure, and because of the large numbers of government agencies. Right Honourable Speaker, among the things we expected.
Procedural question? The procedural issue?
Yeah, I'm coming, Right Honourable Speaker. Kindly allow. Right Honourable Speaker, we are here. The same Prime Minister who would have moved within the Constitution, because the Constitution gives a number 21. In the wisdom of rationalization, the same Prime Minister cannot come to this House, Right Honourable Speaker, trying to vary, to increase. Any variation, Right Honourable Speaker, if rationalization, the objectives of rationalization were to be achieved, any variation should be that probably this time round, the Prime Minister is before this House to cut down on the number of ministers as were presented in the previous Parliament. Right Honourable Speaker, are we proceeding well to sit here having gone through rationalization where so many ministries were downgraded and they were merged, Right Honourable Speaker, to come here and have the Prime Minister varying to increase the number of ministers, yet they would have gone through the same process of rationalization. Thank you. Are we proceeding well?
Honorable Prime Minister, are there ministries who are merged or downgraded? Can you be on record? And you are coming back here to reactivate them?
Thank you so much, Right Honourable Speaker and members. Honourable members, the number of ministers and the ministers of state that have been carrying out duties is the same number we have brought. We have not changed what we... Yes, we have not. Rationalization was because we were having ambiguous, I want to remember, and duplication. Duplication of work. I want you to remember UNRWA was doing the same work and the Minister of Works. So we are here to present the same number we had in the last Parliament.
Thank you. Honorable Nambozi,
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
1 minute.
Right Honorable Speaker, I stand here, first of all, to congratulate Honorable Nabanja, who has just been approved by this House. Hope she will use this time now to tell us where J.B. Chibalama is. Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand here to oppose the motion. On one ground, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, since we gave ourselves this constitution, this country has never at any one time attempted to try out this particular article of our constitution. We should think about the framers of this constitution, what they thought about when they came out to limit the number of ministers. Mr. Speaker, I want to guess that the idea was to limit top leaders from using appointments to patronize the country. The Prime Minister stated that they want to cover the governance gap that has been created by the increase in population, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, today we have more districts. In that direction, therefore, we have more local leaders. If there is any governance gap that has been created, that gap can be fixed by the local leaders. And we know, Mr. Speaker, that the President has already designated colleagues here to be ministers. And by coming here after designating and announcing ministers, we are being treated as if we are just a rubber stamp parliament. I want to appeal to colleagues that for the first time in the history of this country, let's for the first time stay this motion and try out the number of ministers as given in the Constitution. After all, the country now, the world now has opened up to more technology. More roads have been constructed. We have more local leaders. We have many MPs. And Mr. Speaker, there is no reason now we could think that each and every subject should be supervised by a minister. And if we are, by rationalization, we intended to curb having one department duplicating services. Here we have ministers for regions. What is more duplication than having a minister to serve just a region? That this is a minister for Uganda, this is a minister for Busoga, Mr. Speaker.
Your information is this way. Would you want to take?
Only to emphasize that, Mr. Speaker, you know, by saying this, I'm representing you because I'm your MP.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Isn't that blackmail?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Gohen Amanya, and I want to raise this issue of information to my colleagues. What is being brought here is a provision under Article 113 and under Article 114. The issue they are talking about, the issue of rationalization, does not come onto play when we are talking about ministers. It is only when we are talking about departments in those ministries. The ministers, let us, and Honorable Nambozi raised an issue, saying that the framers of this constitution, saw it fit to create a provision under a special provision of the constitution, The special provision of the Constitution uses the word shall. But it goes ahead and creates an exception to that provision. And that's why the Honorable Robinah Nabanja has raised the issue under that provision. So therefore, to come and here and tell us that that is wrong, I think we are going into one way or the other misfiring on the issue that is before this Parliament. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to tell my colleagues that what we are dealing with is an issue of raising the numbers under a constitutional provision. And the framers of the Constitution saw it deemed fit under separation of powers. They have given us that power under the Constitution. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Team, please, it is important that
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
1 minute for you.
I am Sergeant Retired Otim Bernard, Member of Parliament, representing the wonderful people of Maruzi North County in Apache District. Right Honorable Speaker, I stand here to support the motion as moved by the Right Honorable Prime Minister for this reason. Before coming to be a Member of Parliament, I have been frequently following events in this House. And among key events that I followed was that this very Parliament, where some members, including the senior Honorable Nabozo, was sitting, passed a motion which approved the same number of ministers which served the country successfully. Secondly, the Honorable Nabozo, if I'm not mistaken, is a shadow minister. Was a shadow minister whose mandate was similar or in the same lane with the mandate that the Prime Minister seeks us to approve now. The issue is, why should we take the country into cycles? It is common saying that you cannot eat your bread and have it. Last Parliament, same people passed the same motion. Why should it be passed? The only issue should be, as we pass it now, equity is equality. The people of Lao sub-region voted for NRM and President Museveni overwhelmingly, 84%. But they got only 4 appointments. So let's pass, but we need more appointments. I beg to move.
Thank you. I think it's giving validation that the motion is valid, but also wants more to be added. People want more. Honorable Paul Mwiro, you are the last on this matter because, yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to oppose the motion basing on Article 113 and 114. Right Honorable Speaker, the framers of the Constitution clearly left the numbers as they are in this Constitution. And government has not moved to amend these provisions, left them the way they are, so that it is up to this Parliament. Meaning that it is this Parliament who knows that this country is recovering from the effects of COVID. When you look at the tax collection in this country, and you look at the cost under governance, it is important that we as leaders, we know that these ministers are policy makers. And actually, when we reduce the number, it is in their interest that we are finding money, more money for subsidy delivery. I've looked at, one of the ministers looking at me, Honorable Speaker, I seek for your protection. And one of the appointed ministers. Honorable Speaker.
In front of you, save for the two Vice President and Prime Minister. I can't see any minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, it is about the cost. We are saying we have tried all along, we have been coming here and getting this resolution. For today, let us maintain the numbers as they are in the Constitution. And we see how it works out. So that next time, If it does not work, we shall base on that to do that adjustment. I thank you.
Somebody had somebody saying, when is next time? Yes, Honorable Manuel.
Motion. Motion, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion. Honorable Mara.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Given the fact that you've given members sufficient time to debate this motion, I would like to move under Article 61, H, Rule 61 rather, N, that we now close the debate so that you can put the question. Thank you.
Let me first process that motion. Is the motion seconded? Okay. Can I now put the question to the motion that the debate on this matter be closed and the question be put? Those in favor say aye, to the contrary say nay. The ayes have it. I now want to move the motion, read the motion for the resolution of this House to vary the total number of cabinet ministers and other ministers under Articles 1132 and 1143 of the Constitution of Uganda, of the Republic of Uganda. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, before we go to one of the last items of designation of members, I want to report that I've received a notification has been given to us from the National Unity Party. It's a platform. Forgive my tardy ignorance. I thought it was a party. Leader giving the notice to clerks of this parliament for the designation of a leader of opposition in parliament and chief opposition whip. And the letter is, I write to inform you that in accordance with Section 8.1 of the Administration of Parliament Act 2006, the party, not the platform, has elected Honorable Joel Basekezi Senyonyi, Member of Parliament for Nakawa West constituency, as the leader of the opposition in Parliament. Similarly, the party, not the platform, has nominated Honorable Mwiro Paul, Member of Parliament for Jinja South, Division East constituency, as the Chief Opposition Whip in accordance with Section 15.1 of the Administration of Parliament Act 2006. So, signed by David Lewis Robongoya, Secretary General of either the party or the platform. But nope. So I am required under that Section 8.1, under Section 8.3. This is to give you notice that a person elected leader of opposition under this section shall take office upon a formal announcement by the Speaker. And I hereby announce Honorable Joel Basekezi Senyonyi as the leader of opposition. Honorable Senyonyi, for new members, they may not know you. If I described you, you may think I am insulting. But so this is the Honorable Joel Basekezi Senyonyi, the man who will oppose from this side. Please show him some love with some applause. And then the chief, there's a formation of government now on both sides. The chief opposition whip, who had already started his work by opposing everything, is Honorable Mwiru Paul. Here. Congratulations to the two of you. And you now know they were doing whether the thing is good or bad, oppose. But right now we move to the next item as we conclude this sitting today. And for them on this matter under Administration of Parliament Act, there is actually no debate, no taking vote. You can imagine. Yeah, next item.
Item 6 on the order paper. Designation of members to standing committees, committee on appointments in accordance with Rule 165 of the Rules of Procedure.
So this is the time to get the designation of members to standing committees on appointments in accordance with Rule 165 of the Rules of Procedure. So we've asked the NRM party, not platform, and the National Unity platform, and the FDC, all the parties represented in this house, and they have submitted names. So let the Prime Minister read the names of her people. We've also asked the independents to express their interests, and those ones being designated by my good self. And Honorable Joel, are you ready? The Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker and members, allow me to present the members who will represent our side on the Appointments Committee. Honorable Akumu Catherine Mavenjina. Honorable Avura Jane Pachuto. Honorable Awol Betty Engora. Honorable Birungi Annette, Workers Representative. Honorable Veso Sam, Kisoro Municipality. Honorable Chara Elma Kapel, Youth Northern Uganda. Honorable Gashaija Shaka Stephen, Entebbe Municipality. Honorable Katusabe Ruth, Bukoma Nsimbi. Honorable Kisa Stephen, Bukuwaya, Luka South. Honorable Kitanywa Sowed, Busongola South. Busongola County North. Honorable Chiwanuka Kefa, Kiboga East County. Honorable Anyeru Kasarin Awan, Noya District. Honorable Linda Eileen, Fort Portal City. Honorable Mafabi Aisha Nabulo, Silonko District. Honorable Naguja Judith, Buvuma. Honorable Nakut Faith, Napak District. Honorable Ndezi Alex, PWD Central. Honorable Ntale Nsereko Madina, Kawempe, Division North. Honorable Nyeko Johnson, Lamu County. Honorable Opolot Akwalinga Simon, Okwalinga, Kanyumu County. Honorable Rwachimali Beatrice, Ruhama County. Honorable Rwakojo Robinah Gureme, Gomba West County. Honorable Tumulamye Genensio Kashonji, welcome back, brother. Honorable Twaha Fadil, Tingel County. Honorable Wembabazi Beatrice, Hoima District. Honorable Major General Kinarwa James, UPDF. Honorable Okot Peter, Tochi County.
I think you stop there. You are going beyond Kisumu.
Oh. I thought as a leader of government business in the parliament, I would read for everybody. But now that you have guided Right Honorable Speaker,
Yes.
I beg to submit.
Thank you. For the UPDF, they don't have a whip. They have a whip, and this one person will be there, and the General, Major General James Kinarwa will be represented. So, opposition. And I hope with the time, when we behave in good politics, we shall change the nomenclature of opposition to minority and majority at one time, requiring constitutional amendment. Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I proceed to nominate members of the opposition based on their political parties. PFF, Honorable Betty Awol.
You say it in full. That way.
PFF is People's Front for Freedom, Honorable Betty Awol. Forum for Democratic Change, Honorable Lucy Akero. The Democratic Party, Honorable Okot Peter.
Right.
Uganda People's Congress, Honorable Dr. Yunus Otuko Apio.
Right Honorable.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I seek your indulgence to pronounce properly the name of my honorable colleague, Honorable Okot Peter, for the Democratic Party.
You had said a court means a female one. Yeah.
Most obliged. For the National Unity Platform, Right Honorable Speaker, we have Honorable Joero Bisekezi Senyonyi as a member. Myself, Mwirupo, Honorable Amaniyo Shila Dravire, and Honorable Sewungu Joseph Gonzaga. For the Alliance for National Transformation, we have Honorable Ismail Kasule as the designated member. I beg to submit.
Good. And for the independents, we have Honorable Achom Esther, District Woman Representative Serere, independent. She's there. But that is not Serere. Achom, yeah. Yeah. At least I know the two. And forgive me when I mix up. I'm only 2 days old here. But at least I know Honorable Chom, Esther Serere. And then we have Honorable Akot Angela Nzochire, District Woman Representative Tororo, independent. And then we have Honorable Chinobere Herbert Tom, Kibuko County. Please, members want to know you. Yes. Then Honorable Ongeto Emmanuel Jor, Nebi Municipality. Yes. And then, of course, that committee is only constituted when we have the Speaker and also the Deputy Speaker. So I put the question that they said, I've just announced, and there is no need for you to, they put a question for the approval of the designated members. I thought so.
Honorable Speaker,
The correction?
I want to clarify something about my name, which was mentioned.
Yes.
My right name is Lanyero Christine Awany, woman member of Parliament, Noya District.
Government Chief Whip, government lead of government business.
Yeah, it was mentioned like Lanyero Catherine Awany. I'm Lanyero Christine Awany.
Let the record capture that.
Thank
and
you.
I put a question that the names that have been read be approved by this Parliament as designated as members of Standing Committee on Appointments. Those in favor say aye, to the contrary and say nay. The ayes have it. The first meeting of the Appointments Committee will be on Monday at 10 a.m. in the Speaker's boardroom. Keep time, come and serve the nation. The VP, please, and PM, it's your time to thank your voters. I don't know whether you have a reception for us. You can also.
Right, Honorable Speaker of Parliament, distinguished members of the 12th Parliament, let me begin by congratulating you, Mr. Speaker, upon your assumption of the chair as Speaker of the 12th Parliament. In the same vein, I congratulate the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa. I congratulate the Leader of Opposition, the Honorable Joel Senyonyi, upon assuming the office of Leader of Opposition in Parliament. And I congratulate my brother, Paul Mwiru, I beg your pardon, Paul Mwiru, upon assuming the office of Chief Opposition Whip in the 12th Parliament. Honorable colleagues, I stand here today with humility and profound gratitude to the Almighty God, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. In the book of Prophet Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 22, I open quotes. When the time is ripe, I, Yahweh, will quickly bring it out. I close quotes. I acknowledge the hand of God in my appointment as Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. Mr. Speaker, allow me quickly to thank the people of Katakwi District for trusting me yet again to serve them as woman member of Parliament for Katakwi District. I promise them that I will exercise my mandate as their member of Parliament and that I will serve them diligently. In connection to that, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I thank the appointing authority, His Excellency,
Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for trusting me yet again by appointing me for the second time to serve the people of Uganda as Vice President. I do not take it for granted, Mr. Speaker. I assure him and all the people of Uganda that I shall serve with utmost dedication, patriotism, and loyalty, giving undivided attention to all matters of national importance that come before me during my tenure. For it is again written in the scripture, in the book of Luke, in the Gospel of Luke actually, chapter 12, verse 48. I open quotes. When someone is given a great deal will be demanded of that person. And when someone is entrusted with a great deal, of that person even more will be expected. I close quotes. Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable colleagues, I thank you for the trust and confidence in me which you have just demonstrated by approving me unanimously. I am exceedingly humbled, and I say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you, colleagues. In service to the people of Uganda as Vice President, I promise you that I will not abuse your trust and confidence. In the execution of my mandate, however, Mr. Speaker, I request for the support and warm working relationship from each and every member of this House, because when we work as a team, we accomplish our assignments very fast, very well, and very easily. It is written in the book of Psalms 133, chapter 1. I open quotes. How good, how delightful it is to live as brothers and sisters all together. I close quotes. As I come to the conclusion of my statement, I call upon all of us members of this House to envisage the Uganda with the GDP of US $500 billion, but connect all the grassroots masses who we are leading to this economy. For instance, Mr. Speaker, if we were to ask ourselves, where do we go from here? The response was given in Kololo on the day of your election, Mr. Speaker. The visionary leader, His Excellency the President, guided that our destination is our villages, our cells, our wards, our parishes, our divisions, our sub-counties, our counties, our districts, municipalities, cities, to oversee the poverty alleviation programs of government. Let us unite and embrace financial inclusion, i.e., moving all the 33 households who are currently outside the money economy into the money economy. This is not to say, Mr. Speaker, that these chambers will be empty. No. We can balance our tasks, but this is also to say, Parliament and Mr. Speaker, please empower us as members of Parliament to do our oversight role and responsibility in the grassroots. It is to the masses that we belong, and from the masses we came from, and to the masses we shall return at an appropriate time. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the very final one. And I say this on a light note. You have been one of our own in cabinet. And in fact, while in cabinet, we enjoyed your deep sense of humor. You had always, in your characteristic style, stimulated discussions with your tickling choice of words. openly sharing your knowledge and wealth of experience for the benefit of all. Nevertheless, this is equally a very important arm of government where we shall still be benefiting from your wealth of knowledge and experience. We are looking forward to a parliament where we shall speak less and act more, where we shall focus on the interests of the masses rather than the identity of the masses. Mr. Speaker, I personally have no doubt that you will steer this House very ably with dignity and decorum. And in short, I am saying I have high expectations on you. Mr. Speaker, I pledge total cooperation with you and all members of Parliament of this House. I hasten to add that, dear members, let's always stick to what unites us rather than what divides us. The opportunity has been bestowed upon us by the people of Uganda to serve them, especially bearing the vision of wealth creation and job creation. Let's endeavor to do our level best, and in all that we do, let's do it in accordance with the law and our rules of procedure. It is again biblically written in the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 18. I open quotes. When there is no vision, the people get out of hand. Happy are they who keep the law. I close quotes. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to make this maiden speech. And I am very happy that all the members of this Parliament understand deeply the rules of procedure, and that's why the Honorable Seungu has not interrupted me as I make my maiden speech. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and indeed all of you, colleagues, for your kind attention, and I have said all this for God and my country.
Thank you. Thank you. Leader of Government Business, thank you for those very kind words. You've forgotten that you are the leader of Government Business with the fresh mandate.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Can we keep it short a bit?
Yes,
yeah.
I will try. Your Excellency, the Vice President, honorable members, first and foremost, I thank the Almighty God for the gift of life and the opportunity given to me by His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, to continue serving the people of Uganda as Prime Minister. I receive my reappointment with humility and great gratitude to His Excellency for the trust and confidence placed in me yet for another term. I don't take this for granted. My reappointment, that Honorable Speaker, is not just a personal milestone, but an important responsibility to advance Uganda's socio-economic transformation as emphasized by His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. I commit to coordinating the entire government to realize this vision. Right Honorable Speaker, join me in congratulating His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni upon his recent overwhelming electoral victory and swearing in as the President of the Republic of Uganda for this 5-year term, that is 2026-2031. I strongly believe that under his able, wise, and visionary leadership, we will protect and build on our collective gains for nationwide socio-economic transformation of our people during this new term and beyond. That Honorable Speaker and honorable members, join me in congratulating you, the Speaker. The Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, the Deputy Prime Ministers, the Honorable Ministers, and all of you, Honorable Members, for your recent victories and swearing in for this 5-year term. Allow me to once again, in a special way, congratulate my brother, the Honorable Bisekezi, the leader of opposition, for that renewed mandate, and your chief whip, my grandson. You know, he told you he's my grandson. The opposition whip. Opposition whip, namwe. On behalf of government, of Uganda, I commit to continue building on the strong foundation already in place by effectively leading a robust service delivery team, both political and technical, that responds to the needs of our people. By strengthening the link between the executive and legislature, and by ensuring continued availability of government business in this parliament, and making sure that the ministers regularly attend and provide timely responses to parliament. Right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, the priorities of the NRM government are very clear, as outlined in the National Development Plan 4 and the 2026-2031 NRM Manifesto, aimed at wealth creation, improving household incomes, and expanding our economy from an estimated $68.4 billion by the end of June 2026 to $500 billion by the year 2040. Right, Honorable Speaker, this growth will be anchored